That won't bother Sandy, I don't think.
Hello, everybody. It's 5:28 UK time. Myself and the main man, Jay's Fight Talk. We're in position, ready for Sandy Ryan versus Mikaela Mayer. We thought it was going to be on at about 3, so we're only about 2.5 hours out this week, which is pretty good, Jay, compared to normal. But I've had a bit more sleep than I normally have at this stage.
I've had like little 5-minute power naps, checking my phone, sleep, checking my phone.
I know. I love it. Didn't want to miss this one though, because it's going to be a cracker, I think.
This is going to be absolute fireworks. I mean, Sandy Ryan is barely in a boring fight. I know it's cliched. Mikaela Mayer's a world-class boxer, never in a dull fight. There's a bit of personal needle. They don't like each other. You know, there's the accusations of stealing staff and stealing trainers.
Yeah, man, it's deep, isn't it? And I was just telling you off air that Sandy Ryan's been covered in paint by somebody on the way in, and wasn't even joking.
We've got a co-host this morning. Come on, out. Come on.
We got a third member.
Get rid of Dashund. Right, well, she can stay. Come on.
Yeah, man. They're just showing the pressure and the build-up. What do we think then? Sandy Ryan, Mikaela Mayer?
I think Sandy Ryan. I mean, I think it's there for Sandy to lose. I think she can stay on, so I don't mind. She wants to be. She wants to watch Ryan versus Mayer. Don't you go? Right, go on. Sorry, I've got my daughter's dog.
No, you're right.
Got to let her out now. Go on out. I think it's Sandy Ryan's to lose. I just think she's got the edge on Mayer in. I don't think speed, but I think, you know, she's hits a little bit harder. I think she's a little bit stronger. She's the more natural at this weight.
Yeah, 100%. How are we doing, Nike? Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in.
As I said, you know, Mikaela Mayer's a world-class amateur, world-class professional, former world champion. I think there's 3 years in age difference. So, you know, I'm not dismissing Mayer's chances as though she's shot. I'm trying not to be, but subconsciously I'm biased towards the Brit probably, and I think that might be clouding my judgment.
The timing's better for Sandy, I think. And just to answer Mankey's question, I did see the Bruce Carrington fight. Yeah, he didn't look great, in fairness. I don't think he's ready for the top level. I think he's got a bit more to prove yet, Shushu.
It was a little bit clunky for me. It wasn't. It's not a performance that's going to. Well, to be fair, it's a performance that would get any of the top tier to box him.
That's exactly what I thought.
But for him, it proves to me that he's a couple of runs, you know, a couple of fights at the very least from anybody in the top 10-ish, 15.
Yeah, well, Inoue was his last fight before that, and then they were linking the two of them together at that point. But that doesn't end well for Shushu.
No.
He needs to improve a bit more before we can talk about him in them kind of fights. For me, anyway.
He needs to be pulling away from fights like he's been in. You know, he needs to be pulling away, making a statement. Sandy Ryan's there.
I can see Sandy now. We've got a little main event countdown of 5 minutes. I can see. Yeah, he did look drained, Mankey. You're right. Yeah, so he's 126, I think, isn't he, Carrington? So maybe he'll go to super feather.
Covered in red paint. So
that was insane. Like, you thought I wasn't even telling the truth when I said that, but she generally was just blasted in red paint.
Why would you do that to a professional athlete on the biggest night of her career?
Yeah. That's no idea. She thought it was Team Mayer.
Do you know, it has to be. It's no randomer's just going to do something like that. Well, you don't know, but for that could work in Sandy Ryan's favour, because Sandy Ryan's will throw down. She would have thrown down on the street. She's
She's about it, Sandy.
So she's look at her with her. She's got her purge mask on. She means business, mate. She could be even more spiteful this evening, and if she is, Mikaela Mayer, good luck.
Yeah, 100%.
Sandy's going to be fuming now. She looks it as well. Mikaela Mayer is going to play the old, you know, I don't know what you're talking about, but she's going to do. I don't believe that Mayer, when I say Team Mayer, I don't believe that Mikaela Mayer has personally asked somebody to sling red paint on.
No, I'd be very surprised.
You know, it's a little bit coincidental for it not to at least be a fan of Mikaela Mayer. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen. The sport boxing just keeps throwing us up these weird things that's happening.
To be fair, though, the way things are at the minute, it could be a Just Stop Oil protester because it'll make the news.
Yeah, that would be funny if it came out if it was Just Stop Oil. I saw Baumgardner was a no contest.
I missed it. What? I didn't even. And after this, why no contest?
So she dropped her in at the end of the first round, and there was a clash of heads at some point after that, I think.
Ah, right, okay. I thought you were going to say she'd peed hot already.
Yeah. Oh, Timothy Bradley loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Tiger Johnson looked drained at the weight too. Mankey said.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, a lot of them do. I know am I being an asshole saying that? But I mean, that's the whole point. A lot of them do look drained. I mean, I've never seen
somebody came out and said it recently. That if you're not boiling down to make the weight, you're at the wrong weight class.
Yeah, that's boxing, isn't it? My brother used to walk around at 10.5 stone. I'm not going to start, 150. He used to walk around at 154, say, and box at flipping 130. And I'm being serious. He dropped 25 pounds, no drama. That's for our American audience. He'd drop half a stone, not an issue. I've seen him do it in 72 hours. He can do 10 in 12. So we've got Sandy Ryan 7-1-1 and Mikaela Mayer's 19-2. So the experience lies with Mikaela Mayer, but Sandy Ryan came through quick. So she sort of jumped the levels, didn't she, Sandy Ryan?
She did.
I've seen her, 2 or 3 of those have been world championship fights or world level. Mikaela Mayer did have, I want to say 8 to 10 sort of knockovers, gimmies. She was the Olympian, the golden girl, wasn't she, when she came through? America's sweetheart sort of thing. So she did get, not going to say easy fights because no fights are easy fights, but she certainly got winnable fights for the first 8 to 10 fights of her career. So the records are very.
Oh, we've lost Jay momentarily. I didn't see that fight, Mankey. I didn't know. I only really got up for the Shushu fight. Then I saw Xander Zayas as well in the last one. So know what happened in that one. Let me know. It's 5:36 a.m. here in the UK, so couldn't risk staying up all night to. We've got a big card. Well, I say a big card. We've got a card that we're covering tonight in the UK in Sheffield. It's for the women's WBO lightweight championship. Rhiannon Dixon's defending against Terry Harper. So need some sleep and rest to cover that one. But Sandy Ryan and Mikaela Mayer is going to kick off here in a matter of seconds. I can see the lights have been dimmed. Oh, sorry, mate. I don't know what happened.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
No, can't hear a thing.
Strange.
Let me log out and log back in.
Yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, look good. Look very good. I'm impressed with Zayas at 22 years old. He's a definite future star of the sport for me, 1,000,000%. It's been a long card. I mean, what time must it be in New York now? You must be approaching midnight, something like that. So It's a Frank Warren main event in time in New York. Frank Warren would put his main events on in the UK around about midnight, something like that. But to have a main event this late on the East Coast of America, it feels surprising. Oh, here you go, mate.
Just started glitching. I couldn't hear you.
No, you're all right. Are you in? Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm fine. For some reason, my iPad doesn't like this app. It's not me that's got an issue with the streaming service, but yeah, it's always been difficult. I'm just going to put a tweet out, an X out, or whatever we say nowadays.
Yeah, man. We've got. I can see Diego Corrales on my on the screen. Corrales Castillo, round 10.
That is actually my. It's in my top 5. That of.
Oh, what a round that was.
That and the second one is probably up there for me as.
Yeah, obviously, RIP, 100%.
Here we go, Mikaela Mayer in her usual horrendous green. Imagine usual. She's wore it a couple of fights recently, but
supposed to be a TO fight. Wow.
TO fight.
Yeah. No, I think TO was meant to have the headline here, but because I read that before, Lopez was meant to headline, then he didn't want to fight on a Friday.
Oh, nice. What an idiot.
I did read that. Yeah.
What difference does the day make? You're a fighter, just fight.
Yeah. Well, Teo's gone with the Canelo's team now, isn't it?
Yeah. I see that being a decent move for him, to be fair. I can't see it doing, can't see it doing him out. Especially with Teo. Do you know what I think's done his career how he's done himself a disservice? Buying into his own hype, believing his own bullshit, people blowing smoke up his ass. He won't get that from Team Canelo. Canelo's the main boy there. So you're not.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get a reality check.
So he's going to get put in check. He's going to have to show a little bit of humility, and he might actually learn something. And because when he's on it, man, when he's on it, he's on fire.
He's great when he's
great. But we do get lackluster performances from him, and I believe that's down to him thinking he's just got to turn up. You know, when he's not got that fear factor, and I think that he'll have to humble himself and show a little.
That's it. You know, he's so in and out. You know, you look at the performance against Loma and the performance against Kambosos and the performance against Josh Taylor, then his last performance. Although the guy was tough, Steve Claggett, he just, you know, didn't get him out of there in the end, did he? Anyway, Sandy's on her way to the ring. Mikaela Mayer's already in there. It should be a fun one. Let us know your predictions. I think Sandy will win a 7-3-ish kind of decision. That would be my...
I think Mikaela Mayer's going to win the first 2 or 3 rounds, and I think once Sandy gets into a flow state and finds a rhythm, I think we're gonna see her pull away. Don't be surprised if there's a stoppage though, because these girls do not like each other. And now that Sandy Ryan's had a load of red paint thrown on her,
she might have an extra 5% on them punches, mate.
It should. I'm just hoping she doesn't forget herself, forget a game plan, and walk onto something daft by being reckless. That's the only fear for me. But I believe that Sandy's too much of a professional for that. You know, she prepares meticulously. She's not just flown over to the States for a couple of weeks. She's been out there months. She's left her family, her friends. You know, she's doing it properly, how a champion should, and she's not afraid to box as the reigning champion on the challenger's doorstep. And that
man, she's in on away soil tonight, definitely.
Yeah, she's real. She's as real as it gets, this Sandy Ryan.
Yeah, I like.
Is this the invited guests only crowd?
No, that was Baumgardner against Pursoon.
Yeah, I was going to say that because this is packed to the rafters. Whereas I think there was a reason why they did Baumgardner versus Pursoon as well.
Yeah, that whole event just seemed a little bit strange, if we're being honest. But
tickets versus this fight, let's be real. If you had two fights to go to, the Baumgardner Pursoon, I mean, neither of them are massive ticket sellers anyway, I don't believe. I believe this is the more popular fight.
Yeah, well, there's definitely more edge on this one. The build-up's been personal. You know, we've got the narrative and the storyline of Sandy Ryan and Mikaela Mayer's, you know, previous coach, Sandy Ryan's current coach, and then they've been talking a little bit. But the matchup, actually, overall, forget about the build-up and the hype. The actual matchup is a better matchup. And this one, we've got introductions coming, Jay.
Yeah, I think they're just about to make them. We've got the 3 judges. My goodness. So 39th, 51st, and 19th world title fight. So they've got they've got just over 100 title fight experience between them.
Yeah, not too much.
Is not a right lot, to be fair. I think I've judged more than that.
I think I've got more.
I think we've done more lives on world title fights.
I got plenty of experience in that. Oh, dear.
We're ready for the
so a US judge, a British judge, and a Canadian judge.
So yeah, mixed bag. So we should get a fair result if they score correctly what they're watching. You know, that's the fact that they're all from differing nations shouldn't really make a difference. Judging should be able to be impartial.
Yeah, let's just hope for a good, fair, clean fight. I think it's got potential to be an absolute cracker. I just hope that there's no controversy around judges and this, that, and the other. It'd be nice to get through a fight without any controversy, wouldn't it?
It would, but there'll be something. Both of these girls duck low. They come up as well looking for hooks and uppercuts. So I'm hoping we don't get, as we did it with you said, the Baumgardner-Pasuma, a clash of heads.
Yes. Well, that is, turned into a no contest.
I've been awake about 8.5 minutes prior to this coming on. Not done a thrower. I fell asleep literally on the live earlier on this evening.
That was a great live.
It was. We had a lot of people tuning in as well, which was kept us going because the fight flattered to deceive, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't a great fight at all. So massive thanks to everyone who tuned in, and hopefully we get a similar feed for this one. Although most of our audience is probably UK based and are asleep, but any US followers that are with us, we do appreciate it. We always try and cover both sides of the Atlantic. We do stay consistent with that kind of thing.
Yeah. We're fight fans first and foremost. So if we're watching, you're watching us.
100%.
That simple. We'll be here tomorrow. You know, if there were fights on Sunday, we'd be here Sunday. So this is what we do.
Love it, love it, love it. Right, here we go. We're pretty close now to the first bell.
We certainly are, boys and girls. Any predictions there in the chat? What we've got?
Yeah, let us know what you're thinking. Anyone that's with us, the first bell's about to happen. Myself and Jay both think that Sandy takes it.
Mikaela Mayer's come out strong. They're exchanging jabs in the centre. Mikaela Mayer's the bigger girl. But Sandy Ryan is solid at welterweight. I think they both weighed about the 146.6, 146.7. So they both came in very similar weights. I think the edge in reach and height is with Mikaela Mayer.
It is, yeah. But Sandy's a bulldozer. Got the Derby County colours on.
Yeah, she has. If I'm going to be hypercritical, Derby County is white and black, not black and white. But you know.
You are right.
I'm a Bradford City fan, so to talk about team colours is, I should just show got the worst colours. They call it clarity.
Jabs early on, Jay. Just the battle of the jabs so far.
Pretty much all they've done. Mikaela Mayer landed a solid right hand off the back of a 1-2. Was partially blocked. She's caught Sandy 3 times now with a 2 off the 1-2. But I'm assuming these ladies have sparred a significant amount of
Oh,
rounds.
they have, yeah. There's been pictures surfacing of them all week of previous spars. Oh, yeah, see what you mean. That was
It was partially
beautiful.
blocked. It was solid, wasn't it?
Mikaela Mayer's landed 2 really good right hands in this first round, Jay. There's no snap behind them, but
no, and this early on in the fight, I'm not necessarily worried. I hate the 2-minute rounds. Are they going to change this shit or what?
nah, I don't think they ever. Serrano boxed 3-minute rounds, didn't she? Just as a one-off, but you know, it's an interesting argument, and we could do a whole podcast on it, and maybe we will at some point.
That round was just hotting up. Ding, ding, back to the corner. It makes it difficult.
It's not conducive to knockouts, is it? That's the issue.
Listen, we've all grown up with 3-minute rounds. I'm nearly old enough, just missed really, to remember 15 rounds. But what I'm saying is, there's a reason why the rounds are 3 minutes. You box in phases, and I know they're now training themselves for 2 minutes, but it's not long enough. There's a reason why it's 3 minutes. The girls there, ladies there, just got into a rhythm. They were just about to get going in the round, and now they're sat on the stool for a minute, and they're sat on the stool for half as long as they're boxing. It's not right. You need 3 minutes.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I'm with you on that. I think Mikaela Mayer won the first round there, Jay. It's 10-9 to Mayer for me.
Yeah, so do I.
She landed the better shot. She landed 2 really good right hands.
They were the most significant punches of the round. Sandy Ryan's.
Oh, that's a huge right hand as well. Sandy ate it well.
It was, but yeah, you'll catch up now. But Sandy Ryan's come out with the bit between the teeth in round 2. She's putting a little bit on them. She's just caught Mayer with the right hand. She's caught with a left hook. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a fight.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't take long for this one to warm up. You just knew, didn't you?
Race post-fight. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, they definitely will. They always do, don't they?
No, I don't think they will. I think this has gone past that now. I think these two would throw down in the car park. I know
they're both tough, man. And do you know what? Fair play to them. You can talk a big game before the fight, but they're getting straight into it from the first couple of rounds here, which is good. It's good entertainment. I think Mayer will be happy enough with the start, Jay, so far.
Not now. You'll catch up in a minute. She's getting. So yeah, I'm gonna.
She's holding her own though, like in the exchanges. She's doing okay. I think she'll be happy enough.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it looks like it's taking a lot out of her to stay with Sandy at this point. Sandy's just up the gear. She's in gear 2 at the minute, and I think Mikaela Mayer's in gear 3. I think she put a lot in to establish the first round, to establish herself in the first round.
Yeah.
Sandy's just sort of finding a rhythm.
The power edges with Sandy though, like, and Mayer's sitting in the pocket,
and she's open for a counter right hook. And there we go, just to get in tasty. End of the round. Mikaela Mayer's breathing heavy.
Yeah, she is actually. Yeah, she mouth open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it took that first round. I think she had to start in gear 2 or 3. I think Sandy, the way she came out for round 2, started in round 1. Too many voices in Mayer's corner. They're all talking.
I've got that 1-1. I think Sandy won that second round for me.
Yeah, 1-1 for me too, brother.
Although it's been a fun 2 rounds.
Oh yeah, it caught fire straight away. I mean, I know it's been very technical, but it's a great watch.
Just think that if the fight continues at this pace, it favours Sandy as it goes on.
It's been tough to stay awake for, but I'm glad I did now. Get up.
Yeah, 100%. Thanks to everyone that's with us so far as well. We appreciate it. Let us know how you score in the fight, obviously, as well in the chat. We'll have a little engage over it. We're both in agreement here that we've got it 1-1 through 2. Mayer with the first, Ryan with the second.
You started third yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandy Ryan's just starting to catch Mayer to the body.
Yeah, Mankey Crazy said about that, Jay, as well. Maybe Mayer's already looking a bit.
I mean, I don't know if it's actually meant to look, but she definitely looked like that second round took a lot out of her when she went back to a corner. She was
Sandy's ripping the body as well. I've noticed at the start of the third round.
Yeah, Mikaela Mayer is looking for the same. Sandy's sort of bullying her at the minute. She definitely has the edge in power.
Maybe that's a tactic they've got to work the body as well.
They're both doing it. Oh, these hooks and uppercuts are. I would be in a crumpled heap so far, begging her.
I wouldn't want to take a body shot off Mayer or Sandy.
To be fair, brother, I don't think I could take a body shot off anybody at my age now. It would hold me like a piece of paper.
Ooh, there's a lovely right hand by Sandy just in the middle of that.
Hence why my name is Jay's Fight Talk. Not
Yeah. We'll talk about it all day.
Sandy Ryan's mocking her now. She's oh, what a shot! Go on, Sam. Yeah, I'm unbiased as always.
This is really good action here in the third round.
Mikaela Mayer's looking very flat-footed and reaching now. Sandy's in a sort of flow state at the minute. Sandy Ryan round for me, brother. That was a lot.
Yeah, that's a round for me for Sandy as well.
Yeah.
She's looking comfortable in there, as you say, having a bit of bravado in there now with Mikaela Mayer.
Especially with all the needle in the build-up. Sandy will start to. I just hope she doesn't take her eye off the ball, and
that's the only thing, isn't it?
Yeah, trying to make Mayer look silly and get caught herself. But
yeah, let us know how you have it in the chat, guys. 2-1 for me.
Yeah, Sandy really started feeling herself, didn't she, towards the end of that round? Well, I say the end of the round. 2 seconds after it started, it's the bloody end of the round. No sooner have you got off your stool, you're sitting back down again.
Yeah.
I know it's only an extra minute, but it makes us a massive difference.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, it does.
8-minute rounds, some of the best action we've ever seen are down the stretch of a round. The last 45 seconds.
If Sandy can have a few more rounds like that, it's going to be a long way back from Mikaela Mayer for me.
Showing great head movement there, Sandy Ryan. She did get clipped, but she just got caught again with the right hand. But she's returning fire with fire. And as you've said, I think she does hit harder, and I don't think she's too bothered about what's coming back. I'll say that she'll get flatlined now.
Yeah.
She'll get knocked sideways.
Might be the last we see of Mikaela Mayer potentially with the defeat here. I don't know.
I think if she gets stopped, she'll retire. But I mean, if she gets beat on points, then she might come again. But there's not that. I don't think she's going to want to climb that mountain again, is she? I think if it's sort of, she's very good on the mic. She does a lot of British commentary work, a lot of American commentary work. She's sort of a top-ranked staple, isn't she, in terms of
100%.
She looks good on the mic, sounds good on the mic. I think she'll transition straight into full-time commentary if she decides to hang it up.
Just looks like
Bob in the crowd is
Bob's loving life. It just looks like more of the same for me and from Sandy in this round.
Yeah.
She's got no respect at all for Mikaela Mayer's power, I'll tell you that.
Mocking. Mayer looks ragged. She looks tired. Who's that in the crowd? They were showing somebody then. It looked like Crawford, but I don't think it was.
Some good sneaky uppercuts on the inside a little while ago from Mikaela Mayer, actually. Yeah. She's really trying to find that uppercut. She had a good little flurry to finish the round as well. Mayer.
Yeah, but I think
tougher round score for me, that one.
I still had it a Ryan round for me. I think there was more volume from her. I think if we see the stats, she threw more power punches, threw more punches in general, but did get caught a couple of times. It was a closer round than the previous two. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out how I scored that fourth round. It was a much closer round, but
Ryan
just because it was closer doesn't necessarily mean that Maya won it. But she landed some beautiful shots. Just showing the replay there, perfect right hand. Tell you what, if she had a bit more power with some of them right hands that she's landed on Sandy so far, Sandy would have been in some big trouble, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think that either of these two could give. I'm going to sound. These two could cross over and do men's fights at 140. These two. I'm telling you now. I mean, I don't know how far they'd get, but certainly offensively, these two are.
Well, there's no backward step from either of them, is it? It's a fun watch.
But Sandy Ryan is getting caught consistently now with his right hand.
The right hand's been a problem since the first round for Sandy, definitely.
And I don't know. She seems to be stalking Mikaela Mayer and sort of mocking her, but I don't like that.
But if you're constantly getting hit with the right hand, I don't care how.
Really dismissive of what's coming back, and would be her undoing.
That's how she could end up in trouble.
Because Mayer can box. She's not going to
be. Oh yeah, man. Mikaela Mayer's a good fighter.
Mayer coming back with some of she's shaking her head, which usually means.
Yeah, that's usually a bad sign.
Yeah, it didn't hurt, but it means it did.
Yeah.
Convince us it didn't. Bit better defensively from Sandy Ryan. She's asking Mikaela Mayer, what was that?
These last couple of rounds are becoming a little bit harder to score, and I don't like that from a Sandy point of view, if I'm being honest. You know, she's the away fighter.
She's letting Mayer back in.
She's the away fighter. She needs to put a rubber stamp on it. For me, in rounds 2 and 3, she really did put a rubber stamp on it. But rounds 4 and 5, this is a good round for Mikaela Mayer for me.
Yeah.
I've got it 3-2 to Sandy Ryan at the halfway stage, but you know, in all likelihood, she probably could be down on the cards here.
I mean, if she is, I'd be disappointed. You know, I've got it same as you. I've got it 3-2, Sandy Ryan.
Both of them biting down on the gum shield and wailing away towards the end of the round. I'm a fan of that.
They were
get behind that.
Mayer has looked tired from round 2 then. I'm not sure if it's just how she's looking, because her output doesn't suggest that she's tired. She's definitely not slowed down as the fight's progressed. Panning out to the crowd, it's packed. It's absolutely packed.
That little theatre, I've been lucky enough to go to the big MSG myself in a previous life, but never the little MSG.
Can I be honest on as Jay's Fight Talk always is, up until February of this year, I couldn't have gone if I wanted to, brother. I couldn't get a visa. I can now. Jay's Fight
Talk. It'll be
was a rascal in his youth.
Now he just prefers to be in his dressing gown, commentating on fights.
I'm an old man now. I'm not a rascal. I'm a cheeky rascal.
Absolutely. Some absolute leather being exchanged in this 6th round, by the way. Yeah, we have got a fight now, Jay's Fight Talk. Jeez.
They're throwing down.
Jeez. I like it. It's kind of like a mutual acknowledgement from both of them. It's like, yeah, let's just have it.
Let's fight. The spite's definitely real. The needle is
Yeah,
really
man, it definitely is.
not manufactured to sell tickets. These girls do not like each other.
Yeah,
It's as real as it gets.
but
Well,
like,
Bobby's still awake, so that's always a good sign.
yeah, that's always a positive. I wonder if there's a bad decision. Will Bob get on the mic and say anything? I doubt it. If it goes for Mikaela Mayer.
Well, his relationship's pretty good with Eddie, so you'd think that he'd have to say something, but he's not exactly going to turn around and say, my fighter should never have won that. It's disgusting. The judges were, crap.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Sandy landed a cracking left hook on the inside there.
She gets, it gets reciprocated in the second. Not as clean, but Sandy's definitely throwing more. Looks the fresher of the two, but she has looked the fresher of the two throughout the fight.
But for me, Myers doesn't look as gassed as she did a few rounds ago. I don't think.
Sandy Ryan has looked the fresher of the two from the second and third round, but Mayer's the way Mayer looks now, like you said, she doesn't look as ragged and as tired as what she did in round 3. So I don't know whether it's just the way she looked in round 3 and it wasn't necessarily the way she felt. You know what I'm saying?
I am with you. I keep forgetting the 2-minute rounds. I'm like, these rounds are flying in, but of course they're a minute shorter than what they normally are. So of course they're going quick.
Don't get me wrong. If there were 3-minute rounds, it'd probably go as fast because it's a great fight to watch. It's
a cracking watch. Yeah, I've got the fight 3-all through 6 rounds. Yeah.
I gave that last round to Sandy. I've got it 4-2. You've got it 3-all, yeah.
I've got it 3-all. Yeah, I think it's going to be. Ridiculously close on the judges' scorecards. I honestly think Sandy needs to up it here, which sounds
well. Let's just. She runs to the centre, so she knows there's urgency from Sandy now. We're just at the start of round 7. I've got 1 minute 43.
There's a lot of reaction saying that this is one of the fights of the year and stuff like that I've just had a look at. So we're calling it on the button. It's a very good fight, this, and it's worth being up at 6:05 on a Saturday morning for.
It is, but I'm not gonna start to say that it's fight of the year.
No, it's not quite. It's not quite there yet. For me, I'd need to see some knockdowns or some.
You need some controversy, a couple of knockdowns, a cut.
Yeah.
Them to call me out on the mic and thank me for everything they've ever done. But no, it's a good fight, but it's not fight of the year. Definitely not. Not yet.
Yeah, no, it's warming up though. I think the last 3.5 rounds, whatever it is, it would need to
10 rounds. Why not 12?
Do
you know what I mean? It's a world title.
I just love the way that both of them are fighting. He could do this in a phone box. He honestly could.
Yeah. Mayer looks like she's found a second wind here.
Yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm with you. She probably can see the finishing line though as well, Jay. There's only 3 rounds left after this one.
There's only 5 minutes left, isn't there?
Yes. Oh, she caught Sandy with a couple of good ones there. Sandy is open,
I don't know whether she's gassing now. Oh. They both catch each other in a second towards the end of the round. Sandy Ryan's wobbling all over, watch her walk back to a corner. Not wobbling, but sort of.
That was a Mayer round for me.
Did you see how Sandy Ryan made her way back to a corner?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I completely agree with what you said about Mikaela Mayer. She's definitely found a second wind there.
Yeah, I've got it 4-3 now.
Yeah, it's very close. And if I'm being honest with you, mate, I do not envisage Sandy getting a close decision.
No, she won't get a close decision. She's got to. She's got to pull away, or she's losing on points.
Yeah, 100%. She's not going to win a close one, so she needs to go here. It's time to really try and put something on this.
Yeah. Got to try pull away now.
Yeah, what she got? 3 rounds left, is it?
Yeah, 3 rounds.
She did land a nice left hook, but
she started the round fantastic. Mikaela Mayer's trying to pop shot off the back foot. Can Sandy's footwork trap her? I don't know why Mayer doesn't stand up straight. Why don't she box up straight and use her advantages? She's lean. She crouches forward and brings herself closer. She's, you know, she's so long. If she leant on her back leg, she's got crisp enough boxing. She could probably pick Sandy off and make it an easier night for herself. But she's going toe to toe with her, that's playing into Sandy's hands. Shots, girls. Exchanging again.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see if they do embrace at the end of this fight, because it's been a war.
I don't think they will. And you know what? I'll say this now. If it carries on how it's going, we're going to see a draw.
Yeah, we could see a rematch. Yeah, and the draw's definitely in play. I completely agree with you there, mate. That's a good shout.
Yeah, that's why Jay's Fight Talk's opening his betting app. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, lovely right hand by Mikaela Mayer. Well, she definitely has a lot left in the tank at 34 years old. She's been impressive. I think Sandy has got to win the last 2 rounds. For me,
the draw is 15-2.
That's rubbish.
Crap.
Of course, responsible.
Betting is rubbish. We don't bet. Or if
we don't condone it.
We bet very responsibly, and we suggest you do too. Unless Jay's Fight Talk gets a betting sponsorship, and then it's I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, mate, that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean for Mayer. It's 4-4 for me now. Going into 9, so it's all on these last 2 rounds, ladies and gents. As I sip my coffee.
There's no doubt about it. Sandy started the better through 3 or 4, and then Mikaela Mayer's definitely come back into the fight more.
Yeah, listen, if I was a judge, I was thinking that Sandy Ryan was going to have an easy night after round 2, 3, 4. And then Mikaela Mayer has come right back into this fight, and this fight 100%. Has even out. You know, I had a gas at end of round 2. They're both up on the toes, up off the stools early, raring to go.
Everybody's saying it's been a great fight. I can see the cards are all over the place as expected. I've seen 4-4s like Jay's Fight Talk. I've seen how do I have it? So I've got it. I've got it 2 rounds to Mayer with 2 to go.
So unless
5-3 to Mikaela Mayer.
Draw on your card.
I've got it 5-3 to Mikaela Mayer, but again, there's so many swing rounds. The cards are going to be all over the place here.
Sandy Ryan letting go with the power shots now.
It's been a fun fight. Those definitely worth watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice left hook by Sandy as well on the as Mayer was trying to tie her up. She's been hit very easily, hasn't she, throughout the whole fight?
I've just noticed that I keep swapping from Mayer to Mayer.
Yeah, I think I don't know what.
I think it's Mikaela Mayer, but I say Mayer or Mayer. I mean, yeah, Mikaela.
Yeah, Mikaela. We'll go with Mikaela. Apologies for the mispronunciation, Mikaela. Yeah, if you watch us back, which I'm sure you will, no doubt you're a subscriber.
Yeah. I've heard she's an avid watcher of Jay's Fight Talk. Definitely into SW Fight Hub.
Absolutely, I've been very, very, very impressed with this performance from Mikaela.
So Mikaela, My mate Mikaela has proved me for one wrong. I didn't think she had much left. I'm pretty sure you said we could potentially have a retirement if she loses, and she's a great performance.
I called a 7-3-ish fight for Sandy, and that's been blown up in smoke.
Yeah, I'm giving that to Sandy Ryan.
I think Sandy won that round as well. I've got it 5-4 heading into the final round of this one.
I've got it 5-4, but I've got it to Ryan. You've got it to Mikaela, haven't you?
Yeah, the draw's very much on.
Yeah. I know I said I don't gamble, but if I said I got 16-1 at 2 o'clock this morning, would you be surprised? Because I wouldn't. You will know that Jay's Fight Talk loves a draw.
Jay's Fight Talk loves a draw and an underdog.
And an underdog. Yeah, we're down to
last 2 minutes.
Mankey Crazy. Is that from round 3 or is that now?
Yeah, that was from a while ago. That was from Mankey. Yeah.
Are we going to get a touch of gloves?
I would like to think so because
barely.
Yeah.
Barely. A begrudging.
We'll see if the corner and Mikaela Mayer embrace at the end of the final bell. This
is the last round. This is the round. The fight is won. This is the round to win the fight.
It's all to play for. The winner of this last round is possibly going to win the fight. So,
for me, Mikaela Mayer has to, on my cards, win this round to get a draw, or win it 10-8 to. Oh yes, Sandy Ryan with the right hand. Tied up in Mayer's corner now at the minute. Sandy Ryan's sort of pressing, looking for the shots. They exchange 1-2s. Mayer's he's backing off. She's got caught.
Oh, good shots. Good shots from both, actually. Been a cracking fight, actually. Credit to them both.
Yeah.
Some grudge matches especially just don't live up to the expectation, do they? But this has been fun.
This one has. This one definitely has. We might see this one again.
Do you know what, mate? I was just thinking that they might run it back in the UK. Well, depending on who the winner is, actually, Sandy will probably have to travel again if Mikaela Mayer wins.
Possibly. I'm showing my age there. I just said the baseball ground. Sam's probably never heard of the baseball ground, but that used to be where Derby County played a long time ago.
What's it? It's Pride Park now, is it, or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the baseball ground is possibly now a Tesco's. It's definitely not a football ground. It hasn't been for about 30 years.
Oh, I love it. Oh, great right hand by Mikaela Mayer to.
Both girls raise their hands. For me, I have Sandy Ryan winning that fight 6-4.
That was a cracking fight and well worth getting up for. Credit to the ladies.
Who did you give that last round to? You've got it a draw. If you gave that last round to Ryan, you've got it a draw. What are you saying? I gave it to Ryan the last round, so it's a score.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's so many swing rounds. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if one judge has it like 4 rounds one way and another one has it like 2 rounds another way. And I think it could be one of them. I gave it to Sandy and I've given it a draw, 5 rounds apiece.
Yeah, and whoever's in charge of the VTs at Sky or Top Rank, whoever's running it has just literally shown highlights from a different fight at the end of this fight. So that never bodes well. What the heck?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys. That was a tremendous fight.
Yeah, it was one I'd watch again. As a rematch.
I think we'll see it again, mate. I definitely think we're going to see it
again. As much as I like Sandy Ryan, I don't believe she had the performance she promised. I'm not complaining, saying that she put on a bad performance, but she didn't pull away from Mikaela Mayer there. And if this
no, not at all.
If this fight's given a draw, I would not be surprised.
Sets it up for a nice rematch for the pair of them, mate.
It does, and I think breakfast's on me if it's a draw.
Love it.
They both look very happy. I mean,
yeah, man. Did we get an embrace? I wasn't even. I was just checking people's.
Facts. No, Mayer's embracing a team. Sandy's got a back turn to. No, I don't think they will. Sandy doesn't look confident. I mean, she's giving the bravado, but she's nah, they're not even looking at each other.
Yeah, it just seems that they're not ready to bury that, doesn't it? So the winner's going to have a huge celebration, obviously, providing the fight's not a draw, because I don't know, they're getting closer together. Maybe.
Mikaela Mayer just looked really disappointed here, and she mouthed, "What?" So are we going to get sort of a controversial ending to this fight card?
Yeah, well, there wasn't really any kind of embrace, was there, mate? There's
none.
Nothing.
As I said, they barely touched gloves at the start of the 12th.
I still don't think. Yeah.
Of how to embrace at the end.
Some good amount of tickets sold for it anyway. The small MSGs packed to the rafters.
What's it all? Mikaela Mayer's got the decision.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you.
I don't believe she won that fight. Yeah, majority decision. I don't believe.
Yeah, I knew it would have been close. But that's big. Fair play to Mikaela Mayer. She put up a good fight there. She performed well.
Has Sandy Ryan got a rematch clause?
Well, you never know. It was a voluntary.
Why was Eddie Hearn in Sheffield and not in New York with his world champion?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good point, and probably because it was a top-ranked show, and he's promoting the one in Sheffield, I would say. But anyway, Mikaela Mayer, new WBO Welterweight Champion. Any embrace yet that you can see?
They're not even looking at each other. They've got to get it's got to be done again. It has to be done again. This.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, I scored it a draw. You had it a round for Sandy, didn't you?
I disagree with that, but I like to watch it back, brother. As I said, I could be British biased. I'm going to...
Let us know the five that are with us how you scored that. It was a great fight. I just think that those she had a great start, Ryan, but those middle-ish rounds, I think she'll regret them tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I think she let that slip. I think she will be angry with herself that she didn't. I mean, I'm doing Mikaela Mayer an injustice there. Mikaela Mayer's
she fought very well
to do to win the belt. I'm not calling robbery. I'm just saying I scored it different to the result. You know, I'm not calling robbery. I'm not kicking off, and you know that fight was a close fight.
I think without question, we have to see it again, mate. I just don't really see what fights are there. I assume it was a voluntary defense for Sandy. I couldn't see Mikaela Mayer being mandatory off the back of losing to Tasha Jonas earlier in the year. Will Sandy try and fight maybe Tasha Jonas? That's a matchroom versus boxer kind of situation, but I don't know. It was some scrap though.
Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted, to be fair.
I am, but at the end of the day, it was a good fight, and it was a close fight. So they've done it well. ESPN scored it the same as you did, by the way.
I told you,
4 to Sandy.
Everybody else is wrong. Me and ESPN know our boxing. But no, it's one of them fights, wasn't it? It got to the end, toss of a coin. It's subjective. It's what the judges. I'd be interested to see who scored for who.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. You mean because there's a British judge, an American judge, and a Canadian judge? You normally tend in them situations that the British judge score it to the American fighter.
Yeah. They have not even looked at each other. No, we've got no.
Yeah, no, I want to see that. Jake Bellinger's joined us. Thank you very much. Mikaela Mayer won a majority decision in a very close and very, very good fight.
Did you say you'd like to see him embrace?
Have they?
Nah.
No.
I don't want to see him hug. I like.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I'm not too fussed about it. I don't think either. If I did say it's probably the lack of sleep.
Andy right off mic now. Let's have a look. Obviously disappointed. Yeah, she's saying Mikaela run. She wouldn't stand and fight.
I disagree with that.
She just boxed on the back foot. That's not running. That's boxing on the back foot.
Yeah. Yeah, I do disagree with that. It was a good fight. Her style was a bit more maybe come forward, if you want to call it that. Mikaela Mayer boxed to a good game plan. You have to say she's just took the belt, so you can't really I wouldn't say Mikaela Mayer ran. Definitely not. She stood and traded when she had to stand and trade.
Yeah.
But just been a bit of a nightmare for Sandy, to be honest. The last little while, what happened to her before was just a bit ridiculous, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't like that, and there's no place for that in anywhere, any sport, any walk of life. You're messing with somebody on the biggest night of her life. The fights between two girls, two people, throwing pain, and I don't like any of that. Like when fans do it with opposing football teams, they'll set fire alarms off at 2 a.m. and
yeah.
Just it's sport, it's competition, it's too tribal.
Yeah, let's see who's the best. That's what it's about. It's not about seeing who's the least sleep deprived or whatever it is. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there if you want, Jay. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll say tomorrow. It's actually in around. Well, it's tonight, isn't it? We'll see you for
live on SW Fight Hub's YouTube channel. Not sure what time yet. What 9 o'clock?
Yeah, around 10-ish, I would say.
We're watching Rhiannon Dixon and Terry Harper. That's coming live from Sheffield. So yeah, there'll be a JF. I can't even speak. Jay's Fight Talk picks at some point later on this afternoon. I'll announce the fact that I smashed this guy to bits on my predictions from last week. I didn't. It was touch and go, brother. We were very close. I think there's 5 points in it, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit different this week because I've lost my guest. Liam Tully's unavailable today. Is otherwise engaged, so I'm not going to have I'm not replacing my boy. I'm going to do it solo this week. Make some predictions. I'm actually going to do a little bit of talking about some of the UFC events as well, which will probably open up another show that I'm potentially going to be looking at doing on MMA because myself, Sam and Liam are massive UFC and MMA fans as well. We do talk mostly boxing for most of our fan bases. Is boxing, but some of our American audiences do like the MMA talk as well. So you might get a bit of that from me later on this afternoon. So keep your eyes peeled on.
Happy days, yeah. Keep your eyes peeled. Go and subscribe to the Jay's Fight Talk YouTube channel, and we will see you approximately 10 p.m. UK time. So around about 15 hours from now for Terry Harper versus Rhiannon Dixon, and we'll maybe sneak a boxing review show in on Sunday as well tomorrow. But have a good day, have a good night wherever you are based, and we'll see.